First of all, I just want to say that this video will probably sound a lot different and there will be a lot of audio glitches because when I recorded the first 3 episodes, I was at school, where we had amazing audio recording equipment that you could reserve to use. And I don't have that anymore because I graduated. I've been meaning to tell you guys forever. I've been I've been working on Five Nights at Freddy's 2020 mode, um, which is fun and it's going well. I'm getting close. I just haven't gotten it yet, and I can't play it for long periods of time because I get headaches. But the original intent of I started playing it again was, oh, this is a celebration of my graduating, and now it's been weeks and I still haven't beaten it, so it's not really a celebration of my graduating anymore. So, eventually I'll beat it. Hopefully by the end of the year. I haven't been practicing as much as I should, but anyway, this is all off topic. This is my OCD story episode 4. But I believe I ended the last episode by talking about when I was healed, when I believe that God healed me. And this is my testimony, but I understand a lot of people out there are going to hear it and they're not going to believe it. They're going to make certain, I don't want to say judgments because that's harsh, but it'll cause them to perceive me in a way that's different than how they perceived me before based on that story. And that's okay. It's what I believe. It doesn't have to be what you believe, and I hope it doesn't change your perception of me, but I'm going to stick to it. My closest friends and family know that I am a Christian, that I believe in God, and that it's really important to me, and quite a few of them have heard the story before, so but honestly, a lot of my family and friends have not. I can't remember if I talked about this in the last episode, but one of the things I said when God healed me was that it wasn't exactly this, but in the back of my mind there was an exchange. Like, if you do this for me, I will tell everyone about it. And I guess it took me this long to actually tell everyone about it, because I told people, not everyone. I told you I gave a devotional my senior year of high school, but that's about it. But it did come back after that, because like I said, it is an addiction, and with all addictions, you break, you have your down moments, and it usually comes back unless you're just really strong and really powerful, and all to you if you are. I hope you are. When I started this YouTube channel, I told you all in my introduction and explanation video, which I will try to remember to link at the end of this, that I hadn't used my OCD for, well, I guess it was a month at that point. I would say my streak has officially been broken, and but I was able to come back from it quickly. I'm not using my OCD anymore right now, which, gosh, is amazing. I can't believe I was able to determine it and leave it behind so quickly. It's interesting because as I'm looking back, as I'm talking to my mom about these videos that I'm posting, and she experienced this all with me, but from such a different perspective. It's fascinating to see all of the similarities between when my OCD came back then and when it has come back now. And one of the first things that I will say is that it's at first just rooted in denial. What I remember is I did a lot of stuff at a high school theater. I was homeschooled, so that was basically my high school where I got all of my socializing in. And one of the things that I did was a tech class. And we got this new teacher. He was a great teacher. I won't say his name to respect his privacy, but he was a great teacher, and I don't blame him at all for this. But one of the things he implemented in the class structure, because this was a 4-hour class, and it was a technical class, a behind-the-scenes technical class for theater. So what that means is that you're doing a lot of work, you're building sets, you're doing whatever is required at that moment for the show to exist successfully. The class would be 15 minutes of work, then a 10-minute break. And at the time, I was trying to figure out, I feel like I had a few successful days of like, oh yeah, I'm living without OCD, this is great. But at the same time, it was like, kind of became, how do I motivate myself to do stuff then? And again, what I'm struggling with right now. So many YouTube videos, guys. I'm watching so many YouTube videos, but that's besides the point. So I was looking for a way to motivate myself, and I'm like, that's a really good idea. I'll just implement that in my daily life. 50 minutes of work and 10 minutes of break. And then it got bigger from there. I remember I was like, okay, so uh you can't just do 50-10 50-10 all day. When you say 10 hours of work and 2 hours of break, that sounds really rough to me, especially when it's divided into short 10-minute segments. And I guess it wasn't as strict as all that, but I remember one of the next things that I determined is that every 5 hours I would take a 1 hour break. And it wasn't as strict as I was timing myself. Thank goodness it wasn't that bad. It was, well, it was. See, what would happen is I would be doing work when I got interrupted by something that I would consider not work. Then I would have to start over the 50 minutes. But the same went with the 10 minutes. And I also remember in the 10 minutes, it could go longer than 10 minutes. It was just the fact that if something took shorter than 10 minutes, then you could do another thing. But say I turned on a 45-minute TV show. That would reasonably take longer than 10 minutes. But my break would be done after that TV show is over. But say if my break was playing a game of 2048, which I have been doing, say that takes less than 10 minutes, then I could maybe start a TV show then. But I mean, I'm sure there was some sort of procedure as to what I was doing in my breaks, because there always was.